Hey guys, it's me, Shauna. I am going to do a series of videos on what I call my Scrub Bible. It is a scrapbook Bible. This is it. And as you can see, it is huge. It literally weighs more than 5 pounds. I have to carry it in this basket, and the basket itself is falling apart because it weighs so much. But this is my scrapbook Bible. I grew up in foster care. And all those stories that you hear about foster kids, about how when you move from one foster home to another, they just stick your stuff in a garbage bag, and sometimes it makes it to your next foster home and sometimes it doesn't. All of those things are true. And the one thing that they have to, by law, at least in North Carolina anyway, make sure that goes with you from one foster home to another is your family Bible. So once I figured that out, I started putting anything of any importance in this Bible. And I've had it since 1994, so there's quite a few things in here. And I just thought it might be interesting to show y'all. All right, so here's the first book, the book of Bible, my Scrub Bible. So the first thing I should tell you is this Bible is actually a Bible meant for alcoholics and drug addicts. It was given to me, it was given to my mom, actually, and I stole it from her. So this was her first day of sobriety for, like, I don't know, the 50th time, and it was definitely not her last day of sobriety. So she didn't give a crap about this Bible, so I stole it from her. But it's important to know that because it has a lot of stuff for alcoholics specifically in it. And I'm not an alcoholic, but a lot of my stuff does have stuff about alcoholics because it was my mom's Bible, and I did kind of steal it from her. Speaking of, that is my mom, and that is my dad. And this is from a Christmas party from Fine Friends Restaurant in Asheville in 1989, taken by Mariette Coyle, I do believe. All right, so on the same page as the picture of my mom and dad is a prayer of forgiveness and a little note that has Psalms 19, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thine sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. I used to have a foster mom named Audrey that used to make me say that every single morning. And then here's a little prayer, and then this is a little card, and anytime you see these, and it's taped shut, so anytime I see these, I know, like, I taped it shut for a reason. There's something dark in there. Let's just put it that way. Something dark. Yeah, that's pretty dark. That's a poem I wrote. Or did I write it? I can't remember if I wrote it. I mean, I didn't sign it, so I don't think I wrote it. But, it's definitely about how I feel about my mama right there. So I told you this show was personal. So. All right, and then the next page is the alphabetical book listings of the Bible. And that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And if you see these, they are from my wedding invitations and my wedding announcements. They were vellum, and there was a ton of them, and I didn't want to waste them, so I put them in there. And then the next page is just this pretty little fairy, and it says, every blade of grass has an angel that whispers, grow, grow. And that is from the Talmud. And then you get to Genesis. And this is something that you'll see. If it's underlined with a date, that means I was in church on 6/25 of 99, and they were talking about this. Because I always date it, like, there we go, 6/25 of 99, same day. So that's just something that I do. If that was 6/27 of 10 that we talked about that page. So you'll see dates in there, all kinds of dates, because I date it every time I go. So then there's a picture of my dad. My dad was in a play in the Montford Park Players. I have no idea what character he's playing. And then Adam and Eve and the story of the apple, and that's why there's apples everywhere. And then there's a picture of my oldest Haley when she was 1.5. I used to work at Sears Portrait Studio, so I actually took that picture a long time ago. And that's my friend Cassie. She was murdered, so that's why she's right there under Cain and Abel. And then Noah. So you've got waves. And then a rainbow, a picture of a rainbow that I took right up the road from our house, because this is where the promise of the rainbow comes in. And then there's just a cute little Winnie the Pooh card that I liked, so I put that there. And being right is not nearly as important as being loved. 2003. That's an important thing. Being right is not as important as being loved. All right, and then that's a picture of Lala for Halloween. That's Kylie Ann. She was a honeybee. Hannah was a ladybug that year. And this is just various and sundry pictures that I drew. If the only prayer you ever say in your whole life is thank you, that would suffice. Oh, and this was me, and that's Kylie Ann, and that's Hannah Banana, and this was on the last day before they started preschool. It was my last day that I had them home. People only see what they are prepared to see. And this is a Lisa Frank sticker from the early 90s. Trust your instincts. And then just different things, different scrapbooky things, different notes. That was from 2003. This was from 2010, 2003. All right, and then there's a picture of my Hannah Banana in her Southern Belle hat, her church hat. And then the next thing you get to is my favorite story ever in the book of the Bible is the story of Joseph. For what you intended for evil, God intended for good, because I grew up in foster care and I had some really bad things happen to me. So I have to really believe that in order to have the faith that I need to have. So this is actually to my mom. It says, take these broken wings and learn to fly. And then this is my mom's hair in a braid. And then this is my sister's hair in a braid. Actually, maybe, no, this is my sister's hair in a braid, and this is my mom's hair in a braid. And then every drink she chose along the way was a debt that was paid with our childhoods. And what defines us is how well we rise after falling. And then there's just a little profile. And then there's this card here. And that's what the card is. And then you get to the end of Genesis, and then one of the things that you'll see is you'll always see at the end is a index card that has notes on Genesis. So these are all like the important things that you need to remember that happened in Genesis. And that's dated 7/5/10. And this is when I did my scrapbook Bible. A lot of these things are from my scrapbook Bible. We give thanks for unknown blessings that are already in our lives. Eve is the life-giving one. Oh, Eve means the life-giving one. And then there's my Kylie Ann. That's my Hannah Banana. Or that's my Haley Bailey in the background. And then more notes on Genesis. And then you get into Exodus. And people are walking. You know, Exodus is all about walking. And they're in the forest. And they're trapped in the woods. And now you've got the plagues. So that's why there's ants everywhere. The plagues. All right. And then here is a picture of Halloween. And Kylie had a kitty cat pumpkin, and Hannah had a dinosaur, because Hannah used to love her. We're two of a kind. This was a Valentine. And then we are still in Exodus. Oops. Still in Exodus. And then you'll see these. These are from a little calendar that I had that I liked. So I saved a lot of them from the calendar and put them in there. These are all just like from 2001. Oh, Noah. There's Noah. There's Noah and like all the animals. There's two of each sticker. Like I didn't have to be all like that anal about it, but I guess I was. Oh, that was a Father's Day card from 2007, I think. And I think that's about it.